Apple in talks with Google and OpenAI to bring AI features to Siri. In a rumor this week, Apple was reportedly in talks with Google to integrate its Gemini AI engine into Siri as part of iOS 18, due out later this year with the release of the iPhone 16. That's a bit disappointing, as I would have expected Apple, being the tech giant that it is, to roll out its own AI models. They certainly have the resources to do it, amazingly talented engineers, and some of the most powerful chips on the market. They've also been investing heavily in this area to the tune of $1 billion a year on AI research. According to Mac Rumors and previous reports from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, Apple's been internally testing Apple GPT. It's a rival technology that could compete with OpenAI's ChatGPT. And they're reportedly also spending millions of dollars a day on conversational AI research. But Mac Rumors also reports that Apple's technology is not nearly as advanced as tools from OpenAI and other rivals. So if it's not ready for prime time, I really think that a partnership seems like the only option for Apple right now. Today's Mac Rumors report indicates that Apple is still in discussions with both Google and OpenAI, but they're not expected to make a formal announcement until the summer, so it looks like they're still exploring their options. Several months ago, Apple labeled its iOS 18 updates coming as ambitious and compelling thanks to major new software features and designs in the works for iPhone, Mac, and other Apple devices. The report indicates that Apple is focused internally on smaller-scale AI features that operate on-device and don't require internet. Features like revamped integration between Siri and the Messages app, enabling complex Q&A, and using sentence auto-completion more easily and effectively. Or maybe we'll see AI-assisted writing, slide deck creation, and auto-generated Apple Music playlists. They're looking at generative AI large language models to power these new features. Is this what Tim Cook meant when he said that Apple will break new ground in AI this year, with iOS 18 playing a big role? To be honest, if they're aiming that low, that seems underwhelming. I would have expected Apple to be much more innovative, but it mostly feels like they're playing catch-up here. In fairness, Apple CEO Tim Cook said in last May's earnings call that there are a number of issues that need to be sorted with AI, and that it's important to be deliberate and thoughtful in the development approach. He also said that Apple views AI as huge and plans to continue weaving it in products on a very thoughtful basis. So they're taking a slow and steady approach, but you probably want to be careful not to let the competition get too far ahead. To drive more powerful cloud-based generative AI features like creating images and writing essays, Apple's looking for a partner that already has large-scale hardware infrastructure and compute capability, like Google. So from that perspective, Gemini AI integration makes a lot of sense. Check out this comment from TechReeve on X.com, formerly Twitter, where he says, Apple is currently using LLM to completely revamp Siri into the ultimate virtual assistant and is preparing to develop it into Apple's most powerful killer AI app. This integrated generative AI development effort is actively underway, and the first product is expected to be unveiled at WWDC 2024, with plans for it to be standard on the iPhone 16 models and onwards. Here's what we know now. Apple has 4 iPhone 16 devices in the lineup coming out: iPhone 16, Pro, Plus, and Pro Max. Pro and Pro Max will be in a larger form factor, while the iPhone 16 and Plus will remain the same size. They're going to introduce a new button called the Capture button, which allows the user to quickly record a video with a single tap or click. I don't know how excited I am about that. I guess I'll just have to try it out. There's rumors that they'll be introduced with either the A18 Bionic or A18 Pro chips. And this is interesting. The next generation A18 chip that's planned for the iPhone 16 Pro models could feature an upgraded neural engine with significantly more cores, allowing for improved AI machine learning performance. But what we're all waiting to see is the iPhone 16 coming out of the box with iOS 18. It's supposed to be a huge update from Apple with a lot of new generative AI features. I'm excited to see the new AI features, but I really hope there's more to the announcement than what's been rumored so far. There's a lot riding on this launch for Apple. Mac Rumors said that the future features were paused for a week within Apple, allowing its engineers to work on improving the existing features after having found too many bugs in early testing. At the time, Apple was still debating whether they should use generative AI in the cloud, on device, or some combination of both. Expect to hear from Apple in June, when they're almost certain to reveal an LLM-powered Siri at Apple's 2024 Worldwide Developers Conference during its iOS 18 developer preview. Then mark your calendar for the release in early September. They may hold back some iPhone-exclusive generative AI features until the official release, and I really hope that's the case. As we see NVIDIA, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, and other AI companies quickly reshape the technology landscape, will Apple fail to keep up? I think they'll have to do something big. I'm going to keep a close eye on this. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe. I'm Scott Ingram, and thanks for watching.